Hey TravelFit tribe, it's Jen here this week, and I'm talking to you about how counting calories are a big fat lie. And I know that might sound completely absurd to you, but I'm going to ask you just to have an open mind as I maybe lay down some facts on the table, because trust me, when I first came across this information, I felt like I had totally been duped or gypped also, and I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I majored in fitness, health, and nutrition, and counting calories for weight loss and improved health was a cornerstone of a lot of the studying that I had done. And as a personal trainer, when I started out in this industry, that was the rule of thumb, to have your clients log what they were eating, to eat less calories, and to work out more, putting them in a deficit so that they could then eventually lose weight. Well, what I found is, as a personal trainer, that wasn't working anymore. I had clients who were logging their calories, who were doing countless hours of cardio, resistance training, and working out, and they just weren't losing weight, and it didn't make any sense. So among this frustration and other ones, I went down the road to become a functional diagnostic health coach. And through that, I found out why exactly calorie counting doesn't work and why we've been lied to for so long. And maybe not why we've been lied to, but how this is a lie in our life and in our society, and what the real facts are. So I'm going to lay down the facts for you guys so that you guys can fully understand this. So fact number one is that you actually aren't eating or absorbing and consuming as many calories as you think that you are. Now, this might sound crazy because, especially for those of you who are logging calories, you count every single one. But the truth of the matter is you're actually absorbing less calories than what are listed on the package. And this is coming up in a recent study done by the Beltsville Human Nutrition Research Center. And in some of their studies, what they're showing, like they tested particularly almonds and walnuts, and what they showed with almonds is that you're actually absorbing a third fewer calories than what is listed on the label. And with walnuts, it was 21% less. So here we are consuming and counting and reaching our threshold or our maximum of calories, and you're not even actually consuming that much. So you're in more of a deficit than you think that you are, on top of exercising. So if you're already in a deficit of calories and now you're even in a more deficit of calories, for those of you who are frustrated and not losing weight, like myself, I had my own struggles with this, and my clients that I was working with, what gives? That doesn't make any sense. I thought the formula was calories in versus calories out, and it was all good, but now we know that we're actually chronically under consuming calories. So that's fact number one. Fact number two is that 1 pound of fat does not actually equal 3,500 calories. Now, this is something I used to preach to my personal training clients all the time. You need to be in a deficit of 500 calories a day, and over the course of a week, that's 7 days times 500 is 3,500 calories, and 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if you're in that deficit, you're going to lose a pound of fat. Well, researcher Zoe Harcombe has actually come across, and she's found that 1 pound of fat is anywhere from 2,800 calories to 3,700 calories. And that's because there's other factors in the fats, like lipids and other types of, I don't want to say organisms, but other pieces or building blocks that are in there. So 1 pound of fat is not actually 3,500 calories. So again, this becomes baffling because 1 pound of fat could actually be less than 3,500 calories. So here you are, if you're in a deficit, why aren't you losing weight? Which is where I was constantly in a deficit before, and I wasn't losing weight. I was still struggling. If that's the case, if I was in a deficit all the time and 1 pound of fat is actually less than 3,500 calories, I should be losing weight all the time. Every week I should be losing a pound, and it wasn't happening that way, and it wasn't happening that way for my clients. And then fact number three, that I love this one. I mean, Sean Croxton so eloquently and in a funny way says this, but our bodies are not a closed system. So the idea of calories in versus calories out comes from, or is based upon, the first law of thermodynamics, in that energy is not created or destroyed, it's merely converted into something else. So as you burn calories, it's converted into heat, and then that heat is released as energy through your body. Well, as Sean says, I don't know about you, but our bodies aren't a closed system. Like, we have outlets all over the place. Like, we're peeing and we're pooping and we're sweating. Like, there's energy coming out of us all over the place. So the first law of thermodynamics cannot be applied here in terms of calories, because our bodies in themselves are not a closed system. So ultimately, the calorie counting mechanism is a broken measurement or a broken unit. So what really accounts for weight loss is actually being healthy. I tell my clients all the time, you have to be healthy in order to lose weight, not lose weight to get healthy. And what I do and what I work with my clients on is actually getting them to a point of being healthy in order to allow their body to lose weight. So we look at the different systems of the body, and the one system of the body that is always overlooked when it comes to weight loss is the detoxification system, and primarily your liver. But the detoxification system also includes your lymphatic system and your lungs and your oxygen output or your CO2 output, and making sure that all of those things are firing properly in order for your body to be in a safe place to lose weight. So one of the things that I have my clients do on a regular basis that I teach them is how to cleanse their body naturally. So this is something that I am on a personal mission to get out there and spread the word about this, because we encounter toxins and all kinds of junk and garbage in our environment on a regular basis that is weighing down our detoxification system, and it's making us fat, or it's making us struggle with weight loss or maintaining the healthy weight that we have. But a lot of people fear the idea of cleansing. So I am actually hosting a webinar on March 1st at 6 p.m. Pacific time called Facts and Myths About Cleansing, How to Boost Your Energy and Reduce Belly Bloat Without Deprivation. And what I want to show people is how to cleanse properly. It's not about juicing all the time or living on juice only or drinking lemon juice and cayenne pepper. It's how to naturally detoxify your body on a daily basis, doing some simple things. And I'm going to talk about that stuff in the webinar. So I want to invite you to join me in this webinar coming up on March 1st. It's a Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific. You can go ahead and click on the link below in this video to sign up for the webinar to save your seat, or you can go back to the email and click on the link in there. But I tell you, this is going to be mind-blowing, you guys. It's like all the pieces that you've been missing if you've been frustrated with weight loss or your health or hormone imbalances, brain fog, belly bloat, all of those things. We want to talk about detoxifying your body, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to bust myths about cleansing and show you what are the proper ways to go about it as well, because there is a right and a wrong way to cleanse your body as well, just like there's a right and a wrong way to lose weight, like we're talking about today. So again, you guys, click on the link below. You can go ahead and save your seat for the webinar for Tuesday, March 1st at 6 p.m. Pacific, or go back to the email and you can click on it from there. Have a great rest of your week, you guys, and I'll talk to you soon.